The soft, flickering glow of the restaurant lights danced along the walls, casting elongated shadows as I sat quietly, sipping my whiskey straight. My gaze remained locked on a couple nestled in the corner booth. There she was, my wife, Emma, glowing as always, her laugh light and melodic, almost musical. Under any other circumstance, it might have been a heartwarming scene. But not tonight. Not with the man sitting opposite her, whose hand slipped beneath the table to rest on her thigh. My fingers tightened around the glass, the ice inside gently clinking as I turned it in my palm. A mix of rage and grief twisted deep in my chest, but I remained composed. I'd sensed something wasn't right for weeks. The sudden overtime shifts. The way she guarded her phone like it held state secrets. The lingering scent of a man's cologne that definitely wasn't mine clinging to her clothes. Tonight confirmed what I already knew. And I was ready. For months, I had carefully put things in place. A confrontation wouldn't cut it. Screaming and accusations wouldn't fix what was broken. Emma had violated the foundation of our marriage. And the man, Martin, as I'd come to learn, had disrespected everything I held sacred. They didn't just deserve anger. They needed to understand the weight of their actions. Justice, not vengeance, delivered with control and intention. I'd hired a private investigator months ago. Every photo, every message, every location, they were all neatly cataloged and placed in a folder. It wasn't meant for a court. This wasn't about legality. This was personal. I didn't want to destroy her life. I just wanted her to confront what she had done. The next morning, I took the first step, exposure. A quick online search revealed Martin had a wife named Claire. Her profile was filled with pictures of their 2 young children and warm family moments, park picnics, school recitals, birthdays. She had no idea. She deserved to know. I set up a discreet, anonymous meeting at a quiet cafe, folder in hand. Claire arrived, cautious and confused. It hurt to be the one delivering this truth, but she had a right to it. I slid the folder across the table. Her hands trembled as she opened it. Her eyes welled as she took in the images, the conversations, the timestamps. I handed her a tissue. She accepted it without a word. After a long pause, she finally looked up, her voice fragile but firm. "Thank you. I need time, but I appreciate you telling me." We exchanged contact information. Claire had her own steps to take, and we agreed to stay in touch. She wouldn't let Martin off lightly, and I wasn't about to let this go, either. That evening came step 2, the confrontation. I prepared a meal at home, every detail set with care. Candlelight danced across crystal glasses. Her favorite flowers sat in the center of the table. Emma stepped through the door, pleasantly surprised. "What's all this?" she asked, grinning as she leaned in to kiss me. "I just wanted to do something nice for my beautiful wife," I said, keeping my face calm. Dinner started normally, light chatter about our days, neighbors, the holidays approaching. Then came dessert. Time for truth. "Emma," I said, keeping my tone steady. "I've been thinking about our relationship a lot lately." Her smile faltered. "What about it?" I reached down and pulled out the folder, placing it gently on the table and sliding it toward her. "I think you should take a look at this." Color drained from her face. She slowly opened the folder, flipping through the contents. Evidence of every lie, every betrayal stared back at her. Her hands shook. Her eyes filled. I can explain," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "There's no need," I replied evenly. "I've known everything for a while now. This dinner isn't about excuses. It's about accountability." She stared at me, panic creeping into her expression. "Please, let me fix this. I made a mistake. A terrible mistake." "No," I said firmly. "Mistakes are accidents. What you did was intentional. And repeated." Step 3, resolution. I'd already spoken to a lawyer. The divorce papers were ready. I slid them toward her next. "I'm not asking for anything," I told her. "Not the house, not the car. Keep it all. I just want my dignity back. I want to be done." She began to cry, silent, heavy tears, but I remained unmoved. She'd made her choice. Now I was making mine. When she finally signed the papers, a strange calm washed over me. The burden of betrayal that had hung over me like a storm cloud lifted. I could finally breathe again. But there was still one final step. Claire and I had agreed to confront Martin together. We arranged to meet him at his office, where he couldn't dodge us. The moment we entered, his expression shifted from confusion to a deep, angry red. "What the hell is this?" he barked. "This," Claire said coolly, "is the moment you face what you've done." I handed him his copy of the folder. His posture collapsed as he flipped through the contents. He mumbled apologies, offered excuses, tried to downplay everything. But we weren't listening. Claire had already begun divorce proceedings. And the polished image Martin had cultivated at work was about to unravel. As we walked out of that building, I felt something final settle inside me. Closure. Emma and Martin had chosen their path. Now they were living with the results. This wasn't about payback. It was about reclaiming my life. The months that followed were filled with healing. I buried myself in my job, reconnected with people I'd drifted from, and eventually, I started dating again. The pain didn't vanish overnight, but over time, it became part of my story, proof of everything I'd survived. And now, sitting alone in my new apartment, sipping whiskey while the city lights blinked outside my window, I felt something I hadn't felt in far too long. Peace.